Hi, I'm Hannah. Thanks for watching. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah. I am a knitter, mom, wife, children's knitwear designer. Today is another special episode. Last week I shared all of the projects, all the sweaters I made in 2022. But today I am sharing the projects I want to make in 2023. And I'm just sharing January through the end of April because I would love to stay on track all year, but I think making the plans now, just with my life, so many things can change, and even just small things like a new pattern dropping, I might want to do that instead, or big things like, I don't know, all of a sudden I have no time to knit, or I don't know, just lots of life stuff feels up in the air lately. So I'm just going to share the first 4 months of the year and what I have planned, and yeah, I'm really excited to share them. I have loved watching these videos on YouTube lately. That's why mine is a little bit behind, because I've just been like looking at everyone else's and seeing all of their amazing plans and their intentions for the year. So I'll also share a little bit of my like philosophy for making for 2023, and how my knitting projects will be kind of inspired by that. It's a really rainy day here, so there's like no light at all. So hopefully the colors will be true. I turned up my ring light a little bit, so it is raining. I know a lot of parts of the country are getting a lot of rain right now. So it's the usual weather, I guess, but it's very dreary today. So first I'm going to share a little bit of my intentions, because that will kind of give you an idea into what I'm making. So my first one is to do a sort of no-buy 2023. I was inspired by the Balance Skein. She has a YouTube channel. I'll link her video where she talks about that. But I intend to be very gentle with myself, and also to enjoy the purpose of the no-buy. So I really want to knit through a lot of my stash. I shared a stash video, and I have a lot of great yarns that I enjoy using, so I'm going to knit through those. I also plan to do a small de-stash. I've had a lot of people interested in the yarns that I've shared, so I thought might as well just send them off if I'm not using them right now. So I'm planning to do that, but a specific parameter for like being intentional is like I can buy yarn, you know, if we go visit a yarn store somewhere that I've been hoping to visit, things like that. I'm not being super strict with myself, but I just want to be more mindful of like the space I'm taking up, things like that. You should do whatever you want to do this year. I'm not promoting that. It's just for me personally, like I have a good amount of yarn, so I'm not really in need of something. I'm also totally fine buying yarn to finish a project. Like I have a lot of 3/4 worth sweater quantities, so I'm totally fine buying that. Yeah, but anyway, that's one of my goals. So I'm not gonna do like big, you know, videos every time and talk about my progress and things like that. I'm just planning to use the yarn that I have in my stash this year. But disclaimer, you should buy all the yarn if you want to. I definitely support that. I'd love to hear what you're getting. I want to support, you know, small businesses in other ways, because I do love shopping at my local yarn store and think of other ways to support them. So some of them might be sharing their posts on Instagram. So even if I'm not able to buy something, you know, you could if you wanted to. Okay, so now I'm going to share 4 of the sweaters I have planned this year from my stash. And these are just the 4 I'm hoping to knit in the first 4 months of the year. I don't know that I've picked sweaters that are, you know, 1 month sweaters, and I'm okay with that. I'm hoping to actually make 3 out of 4. So the first one I've actually started. I started on January 1st. It's the Cambys sweater by Orlane of Tete Beche Knitwear. So I've knit a few of her patterns before. This one is in collaboration with Brooklyn Tweed, and I'm not using their yarn. I am using this yarn. Oh, that actually looks pretty true. It's a little pinker, like it's very similar to Rose Clay by Knitting for Olive if you use that. I was wearing a Rose Clay sweater and knitting with this, and I was like, oh, I bought the same color. But this is Retrosaria Rosa Pomar Vovo, and I bought it from U Fibers. They had a big like end of year sale maybe. It's a like all over textured cables, top down raglan sweaters. Anyway, I'll share more about this like in a regular video, but I have cast it on, and since starting it, it's become like a lot, you know, more intuitive once I've got the pattern actually down. I'm almost done with the top, and I'll divide for sleeves soon. So about a week in, and I've made it kind of far on this, so I'm excited about that. Excited that I actually got it started. Okay, the second pattern that I am actually going to knit, I keep saying I'm gonna knit the sweater and then I keep casting on other things, but I'm going to knit the November jacket by Petite Knit. The yarn that I have is Drops Lima. This is my first time using Drops Lima. Let's see what it says. Wool alpaca. It doesn't have the color. I'm pretty sure it's just brown, or it's beige. It might be beige. Yeah, might be beige. And I'm gonna do the November jacket. So I think this will fit a good cardigan sized hole in my wardrobe. I love the I-cord details. I knit the September jacket in the fall, and that was my first brioche project, and I decided I needed a lot more brioche in my life, so I picked a ginormous cardigan to knit myself. But I can't wait to cast this on. The beginning will be a little bit tedious, that's what I've heard from this project, but after like I finish the back neck and all of that and the increases, it will just be easy going, I'm hoping. We will see. The third sweater that I'm hoping to make this quarter is out of this yarn. This is Eco Plus Merino Cascade Yarns. The color, I don't know. Walnut, chestnut, walnut, one of those. It's a nut, I believe. But I'm going to make the Tulip Guernsey sweater by Knit Cafe Midori. I really enjoy their patterns and the way they're written, so I'm hoping this one is the same. This will be my first seamed sweater. I am okay with that. I just haven't knit seam sweaters. I think like my age group, when I started knitting, my interests, my personal style, like I don't encounter a lot of seam sweaters, just based on all those things. So I saw this one and I saw it was seamed and I was like, no, I'm not knitting that. I don't have any experience with that. But then I realized like I didn't have experience with brioche, didn't have experience with a lot of other things when I started knitting. And so I just want to try it and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes great. Everyone says seaming is really satisfying, so I'm hoping that is the case. It's top down, which I feel like is a compromise for me because a bottom up seam sweater would be really something, but I'm just doing a top down seam sweater, and so that is like seems like a good start for a seam sweater. And I'll be using this. Lots of brown added to my wardrobe lately. This is sort of brown beige. This one will be brown. I don't know what that says about me, but the last sweater that I'm hoping to knit in these first 4 months is the Moby sweater. And this is the one I'm most on the fence about. I actually cast it on as well. And I'm pretty sure I shared about it in one of my videos. So I definitely didn't start this in 2023. I started it in 2022, like maybe the last week of December. I like it. I don't know that I love it. It feels really nice. Now that I'm looking at it, I do like it, but oh, I just pulled all these stitches off. Okay, got them back. So I don't know, when I saw it, I really wanted to make it, and it's just sat in my queue for a long time. And so anyway, I do really love it, but that will now be another brown sweater. It's like gray, it's kind of gray. But anyway, the yarn that I have is Purl Soho Good Wool. I think the color is Reed Gray, and I'm holding it with Knitting for Olive Soft Silk Mohair in the color Hazel. So yeah, that does seem brown. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, those are the sweaters that I'm planning to make. And then I have another category of just other things. And then at the end, I'll share honorable mentions, like projects I really, really, really want to make, but I don't have time for, or yarn for maybe. So the next thing I am so excited about, I am getting to join the Purl Soho Prism Blanket Knit Along. They kindly reached out and said, we'd love to have you because we know how much you love good wool, which is so true. I love good wool. A few people have like sent me messages and stuff and said they've purchased it because of my channel, which is very flattering and kind. I hope you guys like it. I'm always nervous to share stuff I like because, you know, I don't know if someone else will like it. But anyway, they asked what colors I wanted, all of those things, and I got them in the mail a while ago, and they've just been sitting downstairs at my desk because I knew if I took them out, I would just want to take pictures of it and share it and all that, and I couldn't. Okay, so if you haven't seen the knit along announcement, it's for a blanket, and I'll put a picture because I'm not good at describing it. But it calls for all these different colors, and they have bundles you can buy if you like their color options, or you can just put together your own color options. I chose the crib size, and these are the colors I chose. I'll put them in the video description so I don't have to remember all of them right now. If you want similar colors or something. But anyway, this knit along runs through the end of April, so it's kind of perfect for my goals. I had said I wanted to make a blanket this year. I was planning to just use all my fingering weight scraps, but then this came along, and yeah, I am excited. It matches like this color. We have a lot in our home. Our mantle, like fireplace, is painted this color. And so I think it will be nice to have just in the living room, and then eventually, you know, probably a car blanket, that kind of thing. So I want like a family blanket. That's my goal for this, is one that can take wear and tear, which I feel like this yarn can, and one that's just like, I don't know, just very usable. And I think this will be it. It's more color than I'm used to, like altogether, so I'm excited to cast this on. I gotta wind it all up. So that will be fun. My Swift is a little squeaky, so I think I need to oil it before I start on this. Okay, that is my blanket. Oh, gift knits for this quarter. I'm going to be knitting my mom a Stockholm Slipover. It's kind of like her birthday knit, but her birthday's in the summer, and I was hoping she could get some wear out of it before like the winter. So that's the gift knit for this quarter. And I'm saying quarter like I'm back in, it's like high school headquarters. If I worked in a workplace, and I would say that, right? I'd be like, my Q1 goals are, so anyway, yeah, totally normal. I wrote these down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, the gift knit for my mom, I said, oh yeah, just a few miscellaneous things. I want to knit my son some mittens, and I want to knit myself another hat because I just have one that I have knit and I wear it all the time. So I knit my husband and my son matching hats for an upcoming pattern launch, and I kind of want to make myself one. So I think I'll be doing that, and I'll be making my son's mittens with the same yarn. And I don't know if I'm going to use a pattern or just freehand them. His little hands are very small. Now I'm going to share the honorable mentions that I wish I could knit. I'm definitely going to have to look at my list for this. Okay, honorable mention 1, the first cardigan by Lizzie Hester. If my Moby sweater doesn't work out, I'm using the yarn for this sweater. I love kind of her philosophy on knitting. I love the button band. I love the brioche sleeves. It just seems like a great project, and I love the ones I've seen on the hashtag. Another one is Solitaire by Rachel Brockman. This is from a Lima magazine, so I think I'm gonna have to wait till the fall so I can buy it as a single pattern download. I just don't see myself purchasing the whole magazine this year, so waiting till the fall, hopefully when they release it. I also like Reverie by Emily Lewis. I had my eyes out for like a wrap cardigan, and oh, maybe I'll make this if my Moby sweater doesn't work out. I don't know, there's just so many that I want to make. I also like the double date sweater by Winter's Weather Knits. That one was solely inspired by I think her Instagram handle is Mare Makes, but she works for So Liberated, and she made the most beautiful double date sweater. She called it like her Hallmark sweater, like Hallmark movie sweater, because it was just like romantic and cute and just perfect. So I think I want to make something like that with some scraps, probably some Goodwill scraps, not the ones for my blanket, but I have a bunch of other scraps in my stash. I have that green olive oil color. Yeah, so I think I might use that, maybe the fall. These might be my fall projects, I'm not sure yet. And the last one is the Cardi Jumper by Inez Oliveira. I absolutely love the detail, like the button band that's not really existent. I think it's beautiful. Someone recently posted on their Instagram stories that they wanted something similar to this. They put a picture up that was like from a movie, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna help them find it because I know of one. It was this one, but then I couldn't remember who asked for the recommendation, so I found the sweater for them. And so if by chance you happen to follow me as well, this is the cardigan you are looking for. I'm so sorry I couldn't send it back to you. So yeah, those are my plans for 2023 Q1. Hopefully they all happen. I'm holding them loosely though. Life is so crazy. We have a lot of things coming up. A lot of birthdays. Both my husband and my son have birthdays in February. We have a trip planned for March. So yeah, I am not actually sure like if they will all happen. I also have some designs I'm working on and launching, and so yes. I have a little bit to work on. It's all good things, it's all fun things. I really appreciate your support. Oh, you can subscribe, like, and comment. I haven't asked in a while and I wrote it down to ask this time. So if you could subscribe, leave me a comment on one sweater you're planning to make for 2023, or if you have an intention that you want to keep for 2023. Anyway, yes, I am so thankful for you guys watching and just sharing my channel and buying my patterns. So thank you so much for watching, for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video of my 2023 Q1 plans. So I'll be back to regular videos next week. I chose a new upload day, which is Thursday, so I'll hopefully have one for you next Thursday. Just with like my works in progress and finished objects, things like that, and also my designs that I have coming up. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and happy knitting.